Hi everyone, my name is Robin Wood. Okay, so did anybody growing up in 2010 remember a show on Cartoon Network called Legends of Chima? Because I swear this show is like everything that's furry. I just remember the show and watch all of it on Tubi. Every single episode is on Tubi, so if you want to watch the entire series, you can go check it out now. I'll leave a link in the description if it interests you, but let me try to explain. All right, so the start of 2013, the show aired on Cartoon Network called Lego Legends of Chima. It's basically a furry TV show with Lego, and I'm surprised our community is not talking about it. I know it is almost 10 years old, but this show is really, really good with what it's made, and I feel like our community would love it. Also, I wrote down notes this time so that I can actually remember what I'm talking about, so hope you're proud of me. So it's a TV show that aired from 2013 to 2014 that was trying to beat Ninjago. It failed. Obviously, Ninjago's still going, so I wonder which one's a better one. Well, I guess not which one's a better one. I guess which one was more successful. You get what I mean. It had 3 seasons. The first one was all of 2013. The second season and third season were 2014, and it got very weird. The first season had 20 episodes that was spanned throughout the entire year. The second season, they only uploaded during the spring of 2014, and it was 6 episodes. So, I don't even understand the point of that. And then the last season, they aired around August to November, and that was 15 episodes, which I still don't understand why. So Legends of Chima basically follows a bunch of animal tribes who are fighting for something called Chi, which makes them have super animal abilities or something. It's some super powerful orb thing that when absorbed, you turn into an animal. I don't know. You'd just have to watch the show. But like I said, it's very weird because every character in the show is an animal, and it's basically Lego furry stuff. It's insane. There's many tribes in Chima, such as the lion tribe. The main protagonist is Laval, a lion who's very, very cute, and I would snuggle with him. And then there's his dad, Legravis, who is very, very hot, and I want him to destroy me. There's also the crocodile tribe that has Krager, kind of Laval's best friend, who turns into the enemy because his parents go oopsie whoopsie in the cave. And then there's his sister Kruller, who is the main villain, I guess, because she makes Krager do bad things for her own benefit, and it is very odd, mainly because so many of the episodes it's oh, Krager's good, and then it's oh, Krager's bad, and it's weird. There's also the Eagle tribe with the leader Eris, the Wolf tribe with Juarez, the Gorilla tribe with Gorzan, the Raven tribe with Razor, the Rhino tribe with Rogon, the Bear tribe with Bladvik, the Beaver tribe with Bezar, and if it's not obvious, yes, every single character in the show, their first letter in their name is the first letter of the tribe species. So if you're a deer like me, instead of being Robin, it would be something like Dobin, I don't know. So if you were a husky, instead of being something like Mark, you would be Hark. It's very weird. There's also a bunch of characters that don't have their tribe, they're just their own single species, I guess. There's Skinnet the skunk, there's Furtivo the fox, and then there's Plovar, who is just a bird, not an anthropomorphic. He's just a bird. I don't know. Also, obviously, because it's a kid's show, of course, they have to put a skunk in because they need to entertain a kid without using key jangling, so they use fart jokes. Be prepared for that. So all those characters I listed are basically the main characters. I mean, there's a bunch of side characters, but those are mainly the princes and princesses of the tribes. So it's, I mean, honestly, I like. Plus, there's a lot of romance in the show because obviously it's a kid's show. You need to put romance in there because kids want to feel loved. Now, I will say the first season is probably the only good season out of the entire show because it's mainly just those characters, and it's honestly a pretty good time, and the story is really good. It's really dramatic at points, and I really enjoyed it. The second season was a bit weird because they're okay, let's go outside of Chima to some wilderness that isn't explored, and it gets weird. They introduce new tribes and things, and it's a bit odd. And then the third season is fire and ice related, and I'm gonna be honest, I kind of just stopped paying attention around the 10th episode because it's just it's such a boring season. And it's funny because it's the last season where the bear tribe has any sort of importance to the show. The entire show, the bear tribe is just known for sleeping, and then the final episode, they get 3 minutes of screen time, and they're the most important character ever. It's weird. I won't go into too much detail in case you want to watch it, but I do highly recommend at least watching the first season. The first season's my favorite, and I really like it. And it's also funny because the only reason I remembered about this show was because there were video games on the show. Lego Laval's Journey for the 3DS and later released for the DS. I don't know what their marketing strategy was there. So obviously it's one of those Lego games like Lego Star Wars or Indiana Jones where it's just a Lego platformer game. And I'm gonna be honest, I looked at gameplay of it and it doesn't look that good. I mean, I'm sure if I played it around the time, like, I would have loved it, but it does not look fun. There's also Lego Chima Speedors, which was like a racing game for websites and iOS. There is Chima Online, which was an MMO RPG. I don't know how that would have worked. And then obviously with Lego Dimensions, they decided to make a Chima universe, and I really want to see that. And lastly, obviously, it wouldn't be a Lego TV show without Lego sets. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, I have no interest in the Lego sets, but I should talk about them because it gets weird. So obviously they have these like racing things in the show called Speedors, and that's something they're gonna market to kids. But it's funny because everything in the show like is not Lego, except the characters are sort of Lego, but not really. They're like themselves, but obviously they had to make Lego sets, so they had to Legoify everything from the show, from the Speedors to the characters to locations, and it looks weird. Like, look at Lego Laval. Like, compared to the show, like, what is this? And it's weird because I feel like if they brought the show back for some reason and just didn't do any of that Lego stuff and just stick with what the show looked like, I feel like the show would do really well. Heck, I'd want to be like drawn like the Lego Chima art style. You know, deer tribes and other tribes. Like, I feel like that would be cool. And like I said, it's so weird that like furries have not caught on to this because like I feel like this would be huge. I feel like our community would love to be a part of Chima, you know, just like action and adventure, speed racing, and like being an animal and cuddling Laval or his dad. But I don't know, it's so weird. And I just wanted to talk about it because, like, as I said, I just finished the entire show. I loved the first season. The second season was okay, and the third season just wasn't anything. But it's so weird because I feel like this show would be popular in our community because it's furry. It's like it's animals that are Lego that don't look at as Lego characters. But I feel like our community would enjoy it, so I don't know. If you want to watch it, like I said, the link to the show I'll put down in the description. It's on Tubi, so I highly recommend watching at least the first season. And if you want to watch anything past the first season, you're brave. Anyways, that's all for this video because I really want to talk about Laval and his dad because I really like them, and I'm just saying, if I was a character in the show, I think it would be really cool to have a Robin Deer in Lego Chima art style. So also I have thought about getting the minifigures just because they look so goofy. They're like $8 on a website, but I do feel like if you were a kid growing up watching Chima and you really like the show, of course you'd get the Lego set. I just really like the TV show. Anyways, that's all I wanted to talk about for this video, so let me know if you watched Chima, what you thought of it, and yeah, I hope our community starts talking about it because I really like Chima and I want to talk about Chima stuff with friends. So yeah, anyways, I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.